13 less NEDA Priority Projects as BBM distracts people from it by constantly provoking China. Buried in all the noise of Bong Bong Marcos or BBM constantly trying to provoke China is the news that the National Economic and Development Authority or NEDA board under his administration now has 13 less Infrastructure Flagship Projects or IFP compared to before. This is probably one of the reasons why he is making all these anti-China noise in the first place, to distract people from it, and it has proven to be quite effective so far, except that some observers like me are not allowing that to happen. Even the headlines of the Philippine mainstream media or MSM were sneaky and misleading, trying to emphasize only the 23 new IFPs that were added, but burying under the text of the body of the news was how 36 or 3 dozen IFPs were removed by NEDA from its priority list. The NEDA board tried to downplay the removal of these projects by saying that they will still continue, but the fact is that since they are not prioritized anymore, then they will proceed at a much slower pace compared to those which are in the priority list in terms of construction and funding. I have put up a list of all the projects that were added and removed throughout this video. Feel free to pause when you see it so you can read more about them. What is worst is that while the BBM administration is deprioritizing these IFPs, it is also spending a lot more for the modernization of the Armed Forces of the Philippines or AFP instead, to the tune of 2 trillion Philippine pesos. And this at a time when they are changing the law to allow the AFP to have much less transparency when buying their military equipment and weapons, supposedly for the sake of national security. So in effect the BBM administration is refusing to spend more money on infrastructure, which is using more transparent procurement laws, but is spending more money to prepare for war which uses much less transparent methods. Now I am not against the modernization of the AFP, I am all for it, but not at the expense of taking money away from infrastructure projects, and definitely not when they are buying them more discreetly, which could lead to more corruption. China is a superpower country. The United States or US considers them as a near-peer-level adversary. There is nothing which we could buy in terms of conventional weapons that could threaten them more than they can threaten us. Even mighty Japan has problems matching up to China militarily, so all these talk of secrecy just because of national security when buying military equipment for me is just nonsense. They will just be breeding grounds for corruption to thrive. In effect also this just goes to show that BBM is willing to sacrifice this country's infrastructure projects just so he could continue to push the Philippines instead closer into a possible war with China.